Good morning, my subscribers. It is Sunday, June 13th. Doing my due diligence. You know how I do it. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. It's all free, okay? But I need to remind you, I'm not a professional financial advisor. I'm new to this. I only been trading since September 2020, and I'm loving it and having fun. I up and I'm down, and I've been around. So, looking at just looking around the market. I know I'm ready to invest in some semiconductors, and so I started looking it up. I had foresight, microvision, um, and just looking at the industry, and came across this article that caught my eye, written out on it's on investors.com. Not that I'm endorsed by them or I'm endorsing them. Okay, this article was on came out on the 4th of this month, which was just a few days ago, on how semiconductor stocks face up to chip shortage as U.S. government plots to investments. Okay, and as I was reading this, there was some very, very interesting information that caught my eye that I'd love to share with you. Okay, so before I do, I'd like for you to hit the like button, because I'm finding out it helps support the channel. Also, too, I want to thank 31 subscribers that I have now, and God bless you guys, man. I really appreciate it. So, what I seen, and this is a very good article. It's so long that I recommend. I'm gonna put a link to it in the description below, and you know, uh, a referral to Webull if you're not signed up to Webull. Recommend to sign up. Okay, it's something I highly recommend also. So, first, let's talk about the chip that's shorted. The chips in short supply are mostly those made at trailing edge 28 nanometer and large process nodes. I hope I'm pronouncing these words right. Transistor dimensions on chips are measured in nanometers, which are 1 billionth of a meter. Wow. Cutting edge chips such as central processing units and graphic processing processors employ circuit lines separate by as little as 5 nanometers. Okay, and then a couple years ago, nobody was even talking about these older nodes. And as I scroll down, I come to this section in the article, Erosions of U.S. Manufacturing. For the industry and its customers, the near-term issue is a shortage of trailing-edge chips. Meanwhile, U.S. politicians have focused on bringing home production of leading-edge semiconductors, a segment where the shortage situation is much less pronounced. In this segment, the U.S. chip industry has lost its manufacturing lead to foundries, Samsung in South Korea, and Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, known as TSMC. So it gets better. Overall, the U.S. share of global semiconductor manufacturing capacities has eroded from 37% in 1990 to 12% today. That's 25% reduction, okay? According to the Semiconductor Industry Association, some 75% of the world chip manufacturing capacity is now concentrated in East Asia. So, doesn't look good for us, okay? But our government is getting ready to change that. Okay. And as I read on a little further, it even gets more interesting. Here's a little graph on revenue in billions with year over year change. Okay. So they're expecting a 10% change this year from last year. And legislators have framed the loss of semiconductor manufacturing expertise to Asia as a national security issue. They don't want U.S. defense contractors reliant on foreign made semiconductors. Okay? So, anytime they want, they can say they have a shortage. But honestly, do they really? I doubt it. Continues on. Also, worrisome is the fact that chips are artificial intelligence and supercomputers designed by the US firms. Advanced Micro Device and NVDA are being made by who? This is where it piques my interest. TSMC, made in Taiwan. Why? Well, let's find out. Along with the many reasons that I'm about to show you, these are two of the main reasons why I'm looking into TSMC. Look who they make chips for. AMD and NVDA, okay, are being made by, yep, TSMC. And believe me, that ain't even where it gets started. Okay, look who else. Intel. And I'm going to try to do this real quick. I'm going to put a link on this on the description box below for you to take a look at this article. Okay, Intel, Tesla, Ford, General Motors, Dell, Apple, HPQ, Nintendo, Sony, Poly, iRobot. Okay. Now, Japan's Renesas is one of the largest suppliers of automotive chips. Also, among the semiconductor stocks, other top auto chip makers include Germany's, okay, Infineon, NXPI, Semiconductors, ON, and STM, Microelectronics, and of course Texas Instruments. Okay, so those are a couple others. I'm going to show you. There's so many of them, but I'll tell you, none are in cahoots with as many companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, like this one is here. Okay, so it is very important. I'm sorry. It is very much a national security issue, Marie said. All of today's defense and intelligence systems are based on semiconductors. From missiles to satellites to GPSs to intelligent gathering and facial recognition. Okay, so there is so much that goes into these chip makings. Okay, now the Chip for America Act. This is where our government is stepping it up now. The loss of semiconductor manufacturers prowess is an insexual, exexual, excuse my pronunciations, threat to the U.S. Marie said. We've let the capacity go. Apple, Qualcomm, NVDA, AMD are all reliant on a country that is short boat ride from China. So the economy would come to a screeching halt if there was a problem with Taiwan right now. You hear that? If Taiwan just wanted to stop supplying us, oh man, we'd be hating it. The biggest concern is China trying to exert control over what is considered a runaway province. So, what's going on here is the U.S. Legislation, Innovation and Competition Act. Okay, they're putting together is including a 50 billion in funding for the semiconductor provisions in the Chips for America Act. The Senate may act on a bill during the week of June 7th when it returns from recess. The industry hopes President Joe Biden can sign the final bill into law before August recess. Okay, so look at this. Tech leaders Microsoft, Alphabet, which is Google, Amazon have joined the coalition of lobby to they look at these companies. Okay, Intel, Samsung. So TMC is in cahoots with all of them. Okay, now I seen a video on them earlier as well on YouTube. Go ahead and search it up. And I don't want to put the guy's name out there and I don't want to endorse him, but it's on YouTube. Look up this stock and you'll find it. Great, great YouTube video. Now, let's check out a little more information before I go over some of their competition or the industry. So, at the close of the market Friday, they closed at 118.25. Okay, after hours, they were even. So, about them, they just smashed earnings. Strong buy. Okay. Outlook. They're 91% in their sector, where the average is, I believe, 53. Okay. Don't. This is Yahoo.com. What analysts are saying. Now let's go to their latest news. Finding the best semiconductor stocks amid the chip shortage. Read that. Okay. How much is cryptocurrency mining influence chip demand? Taiwan Semiconductor is the world's most important chip maker. How to play the stock. Read that. Those are our articles, okay? Also, too, they pay a dividend. 35 cents, I believe, okay? Are they one of the three dividend paying tech stocks to buy right now? Okay, and Biden needs more than 52 billion to counter China's in chips. 52 billion. Maybe you might want to think of investing in some American chip makers. Okay, this is June 8th. Their stock sank as market gains, what you should know. Okay, so take a look at them. You know, do your DDs on them. Maybe someone for you. I like what's going on here. Let's look at their chart. Watch this. This is their chart on Weibo on the year. So they do pay dividends. Trading high on the RSI, 6-month chart, 1-month chart, 5 days. That's their 1-year chart there. Okay. So here we have the chip industry. Okay. Man, so many manufacturers that make these chips. Okay, you can find this on Weibo. You don't have to be a member or have an account, I believe. Intel, Foresight, who's up after hours. Look at that. TSMC. Look at that, trading at 118, and they were only up a penny. So many of them. Okay, take a pick. There's so many great ones. So let's take a look at something here. There's another company right here that I think is ready to go. Look at that. Okay. And they're only trading at 480. $4.80. And look at this. That's their 5-day chart. Little high on the 3-month chart on the RSI. But they may be ready to take off a little bit as well. All right, everyone. I just wanted to get that information out to you. Thought it find it interesting to me, and if you liked the information, it was helpful for you. Leave a comment in the Leave a comment in the comment box, and also too, let me know who your favorite semiconductor company is. I'd like to take a look at them. Thank you, and God bless you guys, and have a great, great rest of the weekend. And remember, always invest wisely in what you're willing to lose, because it's not a winning game at all. You got to do your DDs. Otherwise, you ain't coming out in the greens. All right, everyone. God bless. Peace, love, and happiness. See you soon.